Robots aren't just for the movies anymore. They're becoming essential to reshaping industries, from saving lives to boosting efficiency and supercharging economies. Right now, India is at the forefront of this technological shift, where startups are building robots that automate warehouses, handle dangerous tasks, and even operate underwater. In this video, we're going to explore the top 10 Indian robotic startups that are making waves on the global stage. These companies are more than just innovators. They're transforming entire industries. Welcome to the AI Lib. Let's kick off with a startup that's not just growing. It's exploding onto the scene. Adverb Technologies. Founded in 2016 by Sangeet Kumar and a few ex-colleagues from Asian Paints, this Noida-based company is doing something simple but critical: automating warehouses. It might not sound glamorous, but the impact is staggering. You know those enormous Amazon warehouses where thousands of packages are sorted, picked, and shipped? Adverb is behind that level of innovation, and they're doing it locally in India. Kumar and his team, after spending years dealing with imported robotics from other countries, decided enough was enough. They set out to create robots in India, for India. And wow, did they succeed. Their robots automate the tedious tasks of picking, sorting, and storing products in warehouses. So, the next time your online shopping order arrives within a day, you might just have Adverb to thank. But this isn't just a nice story about homegrown success. Adverb is a powerhouse. By 2023, they were pulling in a jaw-dropping 450 Indian rupees crores. That's over $50 million. And get this, 80% of that revenue comes from Indian companies. That's practically unheard of in the tech world, where companies typically rely on international markets to grow. Adverb's dedication to local production was noticed by none other than Reliance, which bought a 54% stake in the company in 2022, valuing them at a cool $270 million. So why is warehouse automation such a big deal? Well, efficiency is everything in business, especially in e-commerce. When Adverb's robots handle repetitive tasks, they're freeing up human workers to focus on higher value roles. This also cuts costs dramatically, reducing errors, speeding up processes, and ultimately making your online orders arrive faster. The implications? Massive. As more companies adopt this tech, it's going to reshape supply chains across the globe. And Adverb isn't stopping there. They've got ambitious plans to scale further, not just within India but internationally. With innovations like automated guided vehicles, AGVs, and collaborative robots, this is just the beginning. Their ultimate goal? To build the world's most advanced robotic systems, with India at the core. If you think that's ambitious, you're right. But with Reliance backing them, Adverb is on the fast track to global dominance. Now, if you think robots are only meant for shiny tech labs, think again. Gen Robotics, a startup based in Tiruvananthapuram, is proof that robots can solve dirty, dangerous, and often deadly problems. Founded in 2017 by a group of visionary engineers, Vimal Govind MK, Nikhil PN, Arun George, and Rashid BA, Gen Robotics has taken on a task most would shy away from: manual scavenging. Yeah, you heard that right. Despite being outlawed, manual scavenging, humans cleaning sewers and septic tanks by hand, still claims hundreds of lives each year in India. Over 58,000 people are forced to risk their lives doing this work, and more than 330 have died in just the last few years. It's horrifying, and that's where Gen Robotics steps in. Their flagship robot, Bandicoot, is literally a lifesaver. Launched in 2018, Bandicoot is the world's first robotic scavenger, designed to clean sewers and septic tanks, replacing the need for humans to do this dangerous work. The robot is equipped with an extendable arm and multiple sensors, allowing it to navigate through the filth, removing waste without exposing anyone to the hazardous conditions below. Gen Robotics has already sold over 2,000 of these robots, and they're just getting started. The impact of Bandicoot is clear. Human lives are no longer being risked. And it's not just about saving lives. These robots are making the process faster and more efficient, cutting down the time it takes to clean a sewer by 50%. This means that cities can maintain their sanitation systems without putting anyone in harm's way, all while improving the quality of life for their citizens. But what's most impressive is the societal shift that's happening because of Gen Robotics. Manual scavenging has long been a source of stigma and discrimination. forcing people into a cycle of poverty and danger. By eliminating the need for this labor, Gen Robotics is breaking that cycle. The robot is symbolic of a future where technology doesn't just make life easier, it makes life safer and more just. When you think of a Sherpa, you might picture a guide helping climbers reach the top of Everest. But Audi Motors has its own Sherpa, and this one isn't scaling mountains, it's pulling cargo in warehouses. This Bengaluru-based startup, founded in 2017 by Saurabh Chandra, Saad Nasser, and Vinay V, is revolutionizing industrial transport with its electric autonomous robots. Their flagship product, the Sherpa Tug, is an electric workhorse designed to move heavy loads through warehouses and factories. We're talking 1,000 kilograms of cargo being hauled autonomously across the floor, without the need for human intervention. If you've ever worked in logistics, you know how game-changing this is. Traditionally, warehouses rely on manual labor or forklifts to move goods, but the Sherpa Tug does it faster, safer, and more efficiently. But here's the kicker, it's not just autonomous. It's also equipped with a swappable battery. That means it can run for 8 hours straight, then have its battery swapped out in minutes, ready for another full shift. No downtime, no waiting around for a recharge. This is the kind of efficiency that logistics managers dream of. So why does this matter? Well, industrial automation is one of the hottest sectors in robotics right now. Warehouses and factories worldwide are racing to adopt these technologies to cut costs, speed up production, and stay competitive. With robots like the Sherpa Tug, Audi Motors is helping companies take that leap. They've already got 20 customers using these robots in 31 factory plants, and their recent funding rounds, $21.2 million raised so far, signal even more growth on the horizon. But Audi Motors isn't content with just being a national player. They've got their eyes set on international expansion, targeting markets like the United States, Southeast Asia, Japan, and Europe. The potential is enormous, and with their strong product lineup, they're well-positioned to make a big splash globally. Next on our list is SRA Robotics, a Hyderabad-based startup that's making huge waves in industrial automation. Founded in 2018 by Vijay R. Seelam, SRA Robotics specializes in creating industrial and collaborative robots, or as they're more affectionately called, cobots. These are not your typical massive, factory-line robots that operate in isolation. Cobots are designed to work alongside human workers, assisting with repetitive, high-precision tasks like quality inspection, packaging fragile items, and loading/unloading parts or materials. The key to understanding why SRA Robotics is such a big deal is grasping the versatility and efficiency of these cobots. Unlike traditional industrial robots that require large, dedicated spaces to operate, cobots can safely interact with humans, allowing companies to maximize their factory floor space and optimize productivity. By combining human intelligence with robotic precision, SRA is leading the charge in the next-gen manufacturing revolution. But it's not just the collaborative aspect that makes SRA stand out. Their robots are designed with high precision in mind, enabling industries to automate processes that demand exacting standards, like packaging delicate products or conducting quality control checks, where even the tiniest defect could lead to costly recalls. One of their most ambitious projects? A quadruped robot developed in collaboration with the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO. Think Boston Dynamics' famous robot dog, but India's own version, ready for serious military applications. This robot is designed to help Indian soldiers on the battlefield by carrying heavy payloads or conducting surveillance in hostile environments, reducing the need for human troops to put themselves in harm's way. It's not hard to imagine that as this technology evolves, it could have even more wide-ranging uses, from disaster relief to law enforcement. The beauty of SRA's robots is that they cater to a wide range of industries. Whether you're in manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, electronics, or even food processing, SRA's cobots can streamline operations and improve precision in tasks that would typically take much longer for humans to complete. And because they're built to be flexible and user-friendly, businesses of all sizes, from small enterprises to large-scale factories, can adopt their technology without having to overhaul their entire production process. One of the biggest challenges that companies face when adopting new robotics technology is the cost. SRA Robotics understands this and has made affordability a priority. By focusing heavily on research and development (R&D), SRA can keep their costs low, making their cobots accessible to a broader range of companies. This democratization of advanced robotics is what's propelling them to the forefront of the Indian robotics scene. And don't think for a second that they're content with just staying in India. SRA has big plans to expand globally, eyeing international markets like Southeast Asia and Europe, where precision automation is in high demand. With the combination of world-class tech and affordability, SRA Robotics is positioning itself as a global leader in the cobot space, proving that Indian innovation is ready to take on the world. Let's move from industrial robotics to the fields of agriculture, where Niko Robotics is transforming how we grow and protect crops. Founded in 2015 by Jasingha Rao, this Bengaluru-based agri-tech startup is tackling one of the biggest challenges in farming: overuse of pesticides. You might not think robotics has much to do with farming, but Niko Robotics is proving otherwise. Here's the problem. Farmers often spray pesticides indiscriminately across entire fields, regardless of whether every plant actually needs it. This leads to waste, both in terms of money spent on chemicals and the environmental toll of excessive pesticide use. Niko Robotics solution? Tiny robots equipped with advanced cameras and computer vision that can precisely target each plant and deliver the exact amount of pesticide it needs. We're talking about precision down to milliseconds, 150 milliseconds, to be exact. In that short amount of time, Niko's robots can decide whether a plant needs treatment and deliver the right dose. The result? A 60% reduction in pesticide use. That's a huge win for the environment and a major cost saver for farmers. But the benefits don't stop there. By using computer vision and machine learning, these robots not only spray more efficiently but also collect valuable data on the health of crops. This data can help farmers make better decisions about irrigation, fertilization, and even harvesting, pushing Indian farming towards a more data-driven future. It's not just theory either. Niko's robots are already in use on over 500 farms across Maharashtra and Karnataka, helping farmers optimize their pesticide usage and, in turn, increase their profits. With the potential to scale across India's massive agricultural sector, Niko Robotics is poised to make a significant impact on how food is grown in the country and beyond. But like any ambitious startup, Niko Robotics isn't stopping there. They've raised over $8 million in funding to expand their operations and bring their technology to more farms. And with the global shift towards sustainable farming practices, the timing couldn't be better. As environmental concerns become a top priority, precision agriculture solutions like Niko's are going to be in high demand. Think about it. As governments and organizations push for eco-friendly agriculture, technologies like Niko's will be critical in reducing the carbon footprint of farming while keeping crops healthy and productive. Niko Robotics is also looking at expanding beyond pesticides. They're developing robots that can handle other aspects of farming, like weeding, planting, and even harvesting, making them a one-stop solution for automating farm management. This vision isn't just about making farming more efficient, it's about making it more sustainable. With the global population expected to reach 9 billion by 2050, feeding everyone without further damaging the planet is going to be a monumental challenge. Niko Robotics is positioning itself at the forefront of this green revolution, using robots to help solve one of the world's most pressing issues: sustainable food production. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate a truly bootstrapped success story: Gridbot Technologies. Founded way back in 2007 by Pulkit Gaur, Gridbot has become one of the most innovative and resilient robotics startups in India, all without relying on venture capital, VC funding. That's right, this company has managed to grow, develop, and succeed on its own terms, a rare feat in today's startup world. Gridbot initially focused on solving what Gaur called the dirty, dangerous, and dull problems faced by humans. Their first big success was an underwater robot designed for cleaning water tanks. This might not sound like the most glamorous field, but it's an essential task, one that is often risky or impossible for humans to do manually. From these humble beginnings, Gridbot has grown to serve a diverse range of industries. Today, they develop robots for everything from underwater exploration to industrial manufacturing and even defense applications. What sets Gridbot apart is not just their ability to solve real-world problems with robotics, but also their commitment to affordability. They've managed to keep their costs low. So low, in fact, that their robots are produced at 1/5 the cost of their competitors' machines. How do they do it? The answer lies in their massive investment in research and development, R&D. Gridbots spends around 80% of their revenue on R&D, a staggering amount, even by tech industry standards. This focus on innovation allows them to stay ahead of the curve, continually developing new products that are both cutting-edge and cost-effective. What's perhaps most impressive about Gridbot is their ability to thrive without VC funding. In an age where most startups rely heavily on external investment to grow, Gridbot has managed to keep its independence. This has allowed them to focus on what they do best, building innovative robots, without the pressure to constantly chase revenue growth or scale at breakneck speed. Their robots are now used in a variety of sectors, including oil and gas, mining, defense, and even environmental monitoring. Whether it's a robot designed to inspect pipelines, a machine for cleaning hazardous waste, or an underwater drone for exploring difficult-to-reach areas, Gridbot's solutions are as varied as they are effective. One of their standout achievements is their work with India's defense sector. By developing specialized robots that can carry out reconnaissance missions or handle explosives, Gridbot is helping to modernize India's military capabilities. And unlike other defense contractors, Gridbot has managed to do this while keeping costs low, which makes them an attractive option for government contracts. Next up is SRA Robotics, a Kochi-based startup that is drastically speeding up how tech companies test their products. Founded in 2013 by Achu Wilson, Aaron Panapan, and Akal Ashokan, SRA Robotics specializes in robotic arms that are primarily used for testing electronic devices. If you're imagining some futuristic robot arm gently prodding a smartphone screen, you're not far off. But there's so much more going on behind the scenes here. Let's break it down. For many companies, especially those in the tech and electronic space, product testing is one of the most tedious but absolutely critical stages before bringing a product to market. Think about it. When you buy a new smartphone, car stereo, or even a tablet, you expect it to work flawlessly, right? Well, before it reaches your hands, these devices go through months of testing. Companies traditionally employ hundreds of people to manually test touchscreen capabilities, buttons, toggle switches, and just about any other feature that needs to be pressed, swiped, or touched. Now, here's where SRA Robotics comes in. They developed robotic arms that can perform these repetitive tests in a fraction of the time it would take a human. On average, companies take around 256 days to complete their testing cycle. SRA's robotic arms bring that down to just 15 days. That's right, more than 10 times faster. And we're not talking about cutting corners here. These robots are designed to simulate human interactions with devices with astonishing precision, ensuring that the products are ready for real-world use. The company's big break came when they presented their first prototype at an expo in 2015. There, they caught the attention of Bosch, one of the world's largest technology companies. Bosch was so impressed with SRA's robotic arm that they asked the startup to develop an industrial model that could be used for testing Bosch's car stereos. This collaboration marked a major milestone for SRA and opened the doors for more partnerships with global giants. Since then, SRA Robotics has worked with more than 20 high-profile clients, including Honeywell, HCL, Tech Mahindra, Qualcomm, and ABB. Their robots are helping these companies bring products to market faster and with fewer bugs. And SRA isn't just sticking to consumer electronics. They've expanded into automotive, defense, and medical devices, where their robots are used to test everything from car infotainment systems to medical instruments. One of their most recent partnerships is with Lockheed Martin, one of the biggest names in the defense industry. Together, they're developing a robot to test cockpit interfaces for fighter jets. Just imagine. Robots ensuring that the complex systems in fighter planes work perfectly before a pilot even steps into the cockpit. That's the kind of high-stakes testing SRA is now involved in. But what's next for SRA Robotics? The company has ambitious plans to expand globally and continue improving their robots' capabilities. They're working on making their robotic arms more versatile, allowing them to test even more complex devices across different industries. And with the rise of automated testing, there's no doubt that SRA is well-positioned to be a key player in the future of product development. From the skies, we dive deep into the ocean, where IOV Technologies is breaking new ground with underwater robotics. Founded in 2016 by Johns T. Matai and Kanapa Palaniappan P., this Kochi-based startup has developed India's first commercial underwater ROV, the IOV Tuna. If you're unfamiliar, an ROV, remotely operated vehicle, is essentially a robot that can be controlled from the surface while it performs tasks underwater. These machines are crucial for industries like oil and gas, hydropower, and marine research, where human divers simply can't go, or where it's too dangerous. So, what makes IROV so special? Let's start with the IOV Tuna. This compact underwater drone is capable of surveying and monitoring underwater structures, such as dams, bridges, and pipelines. It can reach depths of up to 100 meters, which is often well beyond the safe limit for human divers. And while it's underwater, it sends live video footage to operators on the surface, allowing them to assess the situation in real time. But IROV's real brilliance is in how it's making underwater inspection cheaper, faster, and safer. Before IROV, companies had to rely on human divers, which not only posed serious risks but also racked up huge costs. Plus, divers are limited by how long they can stay underwater, and they can't operate in hazardous conditions. IROV's robots, on the other hand, can work continuously and without risk, even in murky or hazardous waters. Since launching the IOV Tuna, the company has attracted over 40 clients, including government agencies like the DRDO's Naval Physical and Oceanographic Laboratory, as well as private companies in the energy and infrastructure sectors. Their robots have been deployed to inspect everything from hydroelectric dams to gas pipelines, ensuring that these critical structures remain in good condition and preventing potential disasters. In fact, IROV's technology played a critical role during the Kerala floods of 2018, when their underwater drones were used to inspect submerged infrastructure. This not only helped authorities make informed decisions about repairs, but also prevented further damage during the crisis. The company's success hasn't gone unnoticed. In 2022, IROV won a National Startup Award for their innovative underwater drones, solidifying their position as a leader in the marine robotics space. But IROV isn't stopping at tuna. They're working on developing next-gen underwater ROVs with even greater capabilities, like increased depth ranges, longer battery life, and more advanced data gathering sensors. Now let's switch gears and head into the world of artificial intelligence, but with a twist. Enter Niko, a Mumbai-based startup founded in 2015 by IIT Bombay graduates Sneh Vaswani, Chintan Raikar, and Prashant Iyengar. Niko's mission? To bring AI-powered robots into our homes, but not for boring chores like vacuuming. Niko creates interactive robots for children. That's right, robots designed to entertain, educate, and emotionally engage kids. And in a world where screen time is dominating childhood, Niko is offering a refreshing alternative, an AI-powered companion that interacts with kids in real time. Think of it as a smart toy on steroids. Niko robots are capable of recognizing faces, sensing emotions, and adapting their interactions based on how the child is feeling. If a kid is feeling bored or frustrated, Niko might crack a joke or suggest a game to lighten the mood. On the other hand, if the child is ready to learn, Niko can switch gears and help teach math or even play a challenging trivia game. Since 2016, Niko has been selling its robots, starting with Niko 1, and they've quickly gained a foothold in the market. Their latest model, Niko 3, is available in more than 140 countries and is packed with features that make it not just a robot, but a trusted companion for children. The robot is equipped with AI and machine learning algorithms, which means it gets smarter over time. The more a child interacts with Niko, the more the robot understands the child's likes, dislikes, and learning style. One of the coolest aspects of Niko is how it can tailor content based on a child's educational needs and personal interests. Parents can even track their child's progress through a dedicated app, giving them insights into their child's learning and emotional well-being. And it's not just about fun and games. Niko also helps kids with mental wellness, encouraging mindfulness through guided meditations and activities that promote emotional intelligence. The company has been a runaway success, raising $63.2 million in funding to date and selling robots worth 100 Indian rupees crore in FY22. And their ambitions don't stop there. Niko is aiming to hit $50 million in revenue in the next financial year, with plans to expand further into North America and Europe. Niko's founders have tapped into something profound. While most AI advancements have been aimed at businesses, Niko is all about enhancing human connections. In a time when kids are becoming more isolated behind screens, Niko offers a way to engage them in a way that's both educational and emotionally enriching. Let's round out this list with something delicious. Mukunda Foods, a Bengaluru-based startup that's revolutionizing how we cook food, especially in quick-service restaurants, QSRs. Founded in 2012 by Ishwar Vikas and Sudeep Sabat, Mukunda Foods started as a dosa-centric restaurant chain but soon evolved into a full-fledged kitchen automation company. Their journey began with a problem that every restaurant owner faces: consistency. They noticed that it was difficult to maintain the same taste and quality of dosas across multiple outlets. Their solution? The Dosamatic, an automatic dosa maker that ensures perfect, consistent doses every time. And it was a game changer. Before long, other restaurants started asking for the machine. And that's when the founders realized they had stumbled upon something much bigger. Instead of just running restaurants, they pivoted to kitchen automation, helping restaurants automate food preparation processes. Today, Mukunda Foods offers 6 different robots, including the Dosamatic, that help Indian QSR chains like Chai Point and Wow Momo standardize their food production. Their robots don't just make dosas, they can cook a variety of Indian dishes like parathas and biryanis. This means Indian restaurants can now scale their operations in the same way McDonald's or Subway has, without worrying about consistency or quality control. Mukunda has sold more than 3,000 units of their food automation robots across 22+ countries, helping not just Indian restaurants but QSR chains globally. They're on a mission to automate more than just dosas. Mukunda Foods aims to revolutionize the global food industry by making high-quality, consistent food accessible everywhere. So, what do you think? Will Indian robotics startups shape the future of industry, agriculture, and even our homes? Which startup caught your eye the most? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future updates. Check out the videos appearing on your screen right now for more insights and stories from the world of technology. This is the AI Lib. Stay tuned.